World, Deontay Wilder versus Luis Ortiz, number 2. As is the reputation for PBC and Fox Sports, there is guaranteed a full card of exciting matchups that same night, including 12 rounds for the WBA Super Featherweight Championship of the World with Leo Santa Cruz versus Miguel Flores. Well, this afternoon, we plan to hear from our fighters, our principals. We'll have a brief Q&A session, photo opportunity, and then we'll have some media one-on-ones following that. Let's begin with our co-main event of the evening. As I mentioned, it's 12 rounds for the WBA Super Featherweight Championship of the World. Let's meet our fighters at this time. First of all, a man who is scheduled to fight Leo Santa Cruz back in February. He suffered an ankle sprain. Now he's featured in even a bigger platform. He's had a knockout victory in his return from his injury. Originally from Morelia in Mexico and raised in Houston, he's had a steady climb up the rankings to deserve this shot. He'll be making his first attempt at a world title. His record, 24 wins, 2 losses with 12 knockouts. He's the world-ranked super featherweight contender. How about a hand of welcome to Miguel Flores. Miguel, come on up and say a few words, or I guess you can stay where you are with your microphone there.
Hey guys, just excited to be here. They say there's no second chances in life, but for me there is, because I have a great team, Luis the Cuban Jr., my whole team back at home, and some things are just meant to happen. And I guess the fight myself with Leo is just something that's meant to happen. You know, a lot of people are mad about it, but after the fight, after y'all get a good, exciting fight, y'all gonna want to see a rematch just like these two heavyweight guys. I'm excited for it. Like I said, things happen for a reason, and this is a bigger stage, a bigger scenery. What better way to become a champion than it is in Las Vegas at the MGM? I'm excited. I know Leo's a professional. I know he's fully focused on me, and that's only going to produce a great fight for you guys.
Thank you very much, Miguel. We'll get a chance to hear more from him in our Q&A session. And his opponent has been a dominant force in the featherweight division for the past 4 years. He'll be making his super featherweight debut on November the 23rd. He'll be seeking his 4th weight division world championship. His record, 36 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw with 19 knockouts. He's truly one of the greats in boxing today. A veteran of 16 world title appearances. He's the 3-division world champion and the current WBA Featherweight Champion of the World, El Terremoto, Leo Santa Cruz.
Thank you. Hello to everyone. I'm very happy. I'm excited to be here, to be given this opportunity to be able to become a 4th-division world champion. My goal when I began boxing was just to become a world champion, and now I've been able to do it 3 times, and now being able to try to do it for 4th time is gonna, a bigger dream. I'm happy. I want to thank the WBA. I want to thank my manager Al Heyman, Fox, everybody, all the people, all the fans that guided me to this place. And like Miguel Flores said, yeah, there is people that are mad, that are upset, because they think he's not a worthy opponent. But Miguel Flores, he's a tough fighter. I don't underestimate him. Like I said before, I know it was gonna be a hard fight in the first fight when we were gonna fight, but he hurt his ankle, and now this fight he's gonna come with everything, because this is the opportunity of his lifetime to become a world champion at 130. And I know it's gonna be a tough fight, hard fight, but what's more important is that we're gonna give the fans a great fight. And that will matter. And to be on, the co-main event for Wilder Ortiz, Wilder's a great explosive fighter. He always comes to get a show, and he always gives it, and he surprises. He's not called Bomber for no reason. He always comes and surprises. He could knock you in the first round, second round, any round. So, I know he's gonna give you a great fight, and my job is to go out there and, try to do a better fight than him. I know it's gonna be hard, but I'm gonna try my best to do that, and hopefully we get a great fight, because it's
a great
challenge. So thank you. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Leo Santa Cruz. I want to bring to your attention our Fox Sports PBC pay-per-view event is a promotion of Bomb Squad Promotions, along with TGB Promotions and Mayweather Promotions. Tom Brown from TGB will be available for questions afterwards as well as Leonard Ellerby from Mayweather Promotions. Teaming up with Bomb Squad, it's going to be a great night of action. We also want to bring to your attention that tickets are available online, available at mgmgrand.com, along with axs.com as well. Now let's meet our fighters in the main event of the evening. Let's hear from them. It's the WBC Heavyweight Championship of the World, Wilder versus Ortiz, number 2, a rematch the world has been waiting for. Before the fight, the first time, the fans were interested in watching. During the fight, even more interested, and afterwards, we want to see them meet up in the ring again. First, I introduced to you the challenger. He gave Deontay Wilder one of his toughest fights last year. With a record of 31 wins and only 1 defeat, he has 26 wins coming by way of knockout. Known for his vicious knockout power, his crafty southpaw style, and his very quick hands, he is one of the most feared and avoided fighters in the heavyweight division. He's had 3 straight wins since his loss with Deontay Wilder. Originally from Cuba, now fighting out of Miami. Here is the fearsome world-ranked heavyweight contender, Luis King Kong Ortiz. Say some words.
Bueno, tengo que darle las gracias a Dios por esta oportunidad, a Wilder, a Jaime. No queda más que decir que todo está en el destino. Es mi segunda oportunidad.
First, I want to thank God and Al Heyman and Deontay for this opportunity again. Really don't have a lot to say. I haven't been always a man for many words, but you know, the opportunity is here and it's destined. So here we go.
Vengo a guerrear como un guerrero que siempre he sido, a morirme en el ring, como siempre he dado todo de mí en el cuadrilátero.
He says that a warrior doesn't abandon his mission. His mission has been to become world champion. He's ready to die in the ring if need be, and he's trained very, very hard since the defeat, and it'll culminate November 23rd.
Okay, pero como guerrero que somos, ante todo quiero preguntarle a Deontay cómo está su hija, su familia.
Before anything, he wants to make sure that you know, he wants to ask Deontay, how's your family, your daughter, most importantly.
Y nada, lo que queda por decir es que noviembre 23 no va a ser lo mismo que pasó la vez pasada. Esta vez vengo más preparado, mi mente está más explosiva, vengo más agresivo, todo.
Y'all see that shit on his
November
head?
23rd, it won't make the same mistake that he made on the last fight. He's coming more prepared, more aggressive. You know, with more of everything. There's just more.
I had to fix the chat.
The key factor here.
Yo no soy hombre de estar hablando tanto. Yo solo espero la noche de noviembre 23 para hacer mi trabajo, que es boxear, que es lo que yo sé hacer.
He's, you know, hopes, you know, that November 23rd gets here quicker than later, because he's ready to step in the ring and do the job.
Thank you very much. Sorry, did I interrupt you? More? Thank you very much. A man of few words. He speaks volumes with his fists in the ring every time he steps into the squared circle. And now we introduce his opponent, the defending world champion. In fact, the longest reigning and most active heavyweight champion in boxing today. A tremendous record of 41 wins, no losses, 1 draw with 40 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the most feared single punch knockout artist in boxing. He'll be making the 10th defense of his title just shy of 5 years ago from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. He is the Olympic bronze medalist representing the United States and the defending and undefeated WBC heavyweight champion of the world, the bronze bomber Deontay Wilder.
He looked high as a kite.
Thank you so much. You said that so beautiful.
I appreciate it.
Sorry for being so late. Every time I come here, I forget how bad traffic is here, you know. But thank God we're here. I just wanted, to thank God. Here we go again. Wilder versus Ortiz 2. And the only way it could be a 2, it had to be a exciting, a thrill fight, number 1. The first time I met him in the ring, that night of that fight, it was amazing.
You guys like that shit?
Spirit.
Like this guy, woman beater? You must have learned that from his dad. Woman beater, baby. We're going to beat that woman beater.
To have his pedigree, the background that he had as an amateur. To have the pedigree and the background that he had as an amateur, over 300 fights, and then to come in, I've only had 35 amateur bouts, period, and then coming into the professional rankings, just making my way up, and to be able to fight him with so much experience on that night of the fight, I was like, it was an honor to be able to face him more than it was an honor for him to face me, because it was going to show me, this was a test for me, it was going to show me where my skill level were in the heavyweight division, especially. He was the boogeyman for a reason. To this day, they don't fight him for a reason.
I think he's high on pop.
In this sport, we all know what it's about. I speak it all the time. I let you know. I keep you on game all the time about this sport. In my eyes, there's nothing gentleman about it. Don't mistake it. Please, especially when it comes to me, in certain aspects of my life, in certain situations, yes, I will be a gentleman. But when it comes to this boxing, my mind ain't set that way. I tell you each and every time that my
He gonna be talking all night. We're gonna miss the card.
And it's not a coincidence that things that I say come to pass. If not now, then later. But it's always on time. It may not come when I want it, but it's always on time. And to be able to have that honor to fight him again when these guys, especially the top 10, they'll say he old, but they won't get in there and fight this old man. You have many guys that have had opportunities to have a chance at me, to be mandatories, but all they had to do was face Luis Ortiz. But the excuse was he's old. And in my eyes, I'm like, shit, he in the sport, we signed up for it, so beat his old ass then. But they never give him the opportunity because they know what the real is.
Hashtag Pastor Wilder.
For me, I'm the best in the world. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I'm the best in the world, and I believe in that. I've proved so many people wrong. And I still have to do it still. And I probably have to do it for the rest of my life, but that's okay. They give me the adrenaline. They give me the motivation, the will, because all my life I had to prove people wrong. But today, I smile with a heart filled with happiness, with a mind filled with sighting things for the future, with a soul that's so free. I tell people I know who I am, I know what I stand for, I know what I represent. You can't detour my mind. My mind cannot be brainwashed. And for that reason, I am who I am. People have grown with me. They had to get used to certain things and see if it's really an act or is it really him. But over time, people have seen that I've been the same way from the beginning. It ain't gonna change. All the glamour, the glory, the fame, and the fortune don't change who I am as a person. All this is material.
This ain't nothing new to me.
It look good at the
I cover
end
all
of
his
the day.
press conferences and media
But
calls.
at the end of the day, when you go home, you must come off. And now, I have an opportunity to have another bond with this man that no one wants to face. So I feel it's my duty as a champion to bless these fighters because people on the outside looking in, they don't understand what we go through as fighters, what we do. I say all the time, and I'll forever say an old person.
Well, at least he didn't threaten to kill Luis Ortiz yet.
Everything we have, we love because we like, damn.
He ain't put the blood code in yet
He's
either.
got this.
So far,
What
Luis is
price
cool.
We have to pay to get this shit. What price we have to pay each and every time? It's our life. And it ain't nothing like going to work. You have to put your life on the line for it. Many won't do it. That's why I take this very serious.
Nah, the media calls. He's
Be
the
able to
pound
give
for
him
pound
an
king of media
opportunity
calls.
to do it again. When those that won't give it to him, I'll do it 100 times over and over again. Because when I fought him that first time, it really was a bond that I had for him with his daughter and my daughter. I seen two loving fathers on the night that had to battle out, that had to go to war, that had to put their life on the line for their family.
All right, my bad, King Luke. Shut the fuck up. You shut up.
And when you put your life on the line for your family, man, it ain't no better feeling to go to war with another gladiator, knowing, like he said, we willing to die in the ring. How harsh that is. We willing to die in the ring. How many people saying they willing to die for their jobs? Shit. But we are, because we're passionate about it. We love it. We want to give y'all the best fight possible. And we will do that because Deontay Wilder never leaves y'all without a doubt of having a great time and excitement, meeting old friends while meeting new friends. Hey, we'll see the next Wilder fight till we meet again. And I love the ones that never seen a boxing match before because I'm the person to come to see. If you want to see you want to see some extraordinary, something exciting, something you never seen before, maybe a body drop on the canvas, maybe it do something. Hey, let's explore. But if you want to see excitement, this is the fight to be at. This is the fight to order. This is the fight to see. Y'all know the Bronze Bomber is back. Bomb Squad. And I can't wait. It's going to be amazing. Like each and every last one of them. I can't wait.
Over or under, he's high.
It's going to be exciting.
On pot.
The undercard is booming. I got my man Leo sitting Cruz right next to this. Is my buddy right here. So he's always exciting each and every time. You already know. We got hearts of a champions up here, each and every last one of us, and I can't wait. I am super excited for this. I'm super excited to be able to bless Ortiz again, to be able to support his family. This might be the last biggest payday that he get. Who knows? But we're going to make the best of it. We're going to be able to make the best of it, I promise you. If I have to promote it every day.
Benavidez and Durrell going to be in the ring by the time this is over.
You're going to get your money worth, guaranteed. You see what he did in the 7th round. Anything's possible. They'll let you know anything's possible. But I'm a true champion.
Yeah, we got some time to talk before the pay-per-view.
And then one thing about a true champion that many people can love from a true champion.
One of 3 streams.
All things, yeah, skills great. You know, talking a good game great. But there's one thing great about a champion, a true one. A champion that can walk it like he talk it. And for me, I walk it just like I talk it, baby. So November the 23rd, I expect to see all you guys there. And if you can't make it, I expect you to order that Fox pay-per-view, baby. Because it's going to be live, it's going to be crunk. And I can't wait. God bless. Thank you guys for coming.
Oh, my God. That's
Thank you
it?
very much for Deontay Wilder. Certainly there are so many things to respect about this champion, but truly he has never turned down an opportunity, never run away from a challenge. He's fought everyone and be always willing to fight everyone. We look forward to November 23rd, MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas. Fox Sports PBC pay-per-view. Once again, reminding you the bout is brought to you by Bomb Squad Promotions along with TGB Promotions and Mayweather Promotions. Tickets are available at mgmgrand.com and axs.com online as well. This time, it is my pleasure to hand over the duties for our questions and answers to my colleague. Please welcome to the microphone, Ray Flores. Ray, take it away.
We definitely going to be here for a long time.
Thank you very
Q&A?
much, Jimmy. We'll talk with the
Oh,
heavyweight
shit.
in a few moments, but we'll start off with
thought it was
Miguel
over.
Flores to my left. Miguel fighting at the MGM Grand. You're of Mexican descent, fighting a fellow Mexican. So many greats have fought at the MGM
Lord.
Grand
We're gonna be
in
here for a
Las
while,
Vegas.
y'all.
That's where you want to go as a prize fighter. What does
Y'all might as well start
November
drinking now and
23rd
getting
mean
ready
to
for the
you?
fight.
I think as a fighter coming up, you always have a few dreams. Probably one of them is to win your first fight by knockout. One of them is to obviously become world champion. Another one is to fight in Vegas. And I have the opportunity to become a world champion in Vegas. So what better way, than that? Like I said before, it's just like things are getting set into place with me. When the first fight got canceled, I was mad at myself, mad at the world, mad at everything. But then little by little, I realized, hey, everything does happen for a reason. Everybody knows.
Here, let
my
me open
brother
up the
passed away in
undercard.
ring. And don't tell me I don't deserve something, because I spent hours running with my brother. I spent hours at the gym. Don't tell me I don't deserve something. I know I deserve it, and I'm going to work my butt off to become world champion. Obviously, I have a great champion in front of me in Leo, but like I said, that's only going to produce a great action-packed
The
fight.
pre-show is on now.
Thank you very much, Miguel. Leo, for you, there haven't been a lot of Mexican fighters. It's a small list of Mexican fighters who've been world champions in 4 divisions. November 23rd, you can join that list. Can you tell us about your mindset knowing that you can go ahead and add your name to such a rich history?
Yeah, no, my mindset is, I'm really motivated. Like if it was
Game's
my
still
first
on.
world title, being able to be,
So we
world
good.
division world champion is, something big for me, really big. I could be remembered, when I retired, I could be remembered as one of the best Mexicans out there. And for me, that's my goal. That's my goal, and that's my mentality right now. And I know I have a tough fight in front of me with Miguel Flores. People, like he's saying, people might think that he's not a great fighter or nothing like that, but he deserved it. He deserves it. He could become world champion that night. And, I'm just very happy to go out
People
there,
are pissed
give
at
a
Leo.
great fight, and just for this opportunity that's been given to me, and to be able to become 4th division world champion. That was my main goal, to do that, and then, the big fight for me.
I'm
Thank you
pissed at
very
him
much,
too, but
Leo,
wait until this
for
press conference
Luis.
over. I'm going to get him
Can
good.
you tell us about what you learned about the champion to my right, Deontay Wilder,
Luis,
in that first matchup?
Que si le puedes decir al público qué tú aprendiste de la primera pelea con Deontay en la primera pelea.
Fueron cosas que pasaron que debían
I
de
almost
pasar
picked
y
Porter.
no hay
I didn't
excusa.
do it though. Y'all know I be on some shit, man.
No tengo excusa.
You guys like that shit? Like
Things
this
that
guy,
took
woman
place
beater?
in the first
You
fight.
must have learned that from his dad. Woman beater, baby. We're gonna beat that woman beater.
Fight on his behalf, obviously just happened.
It's gonna be a fun night.
He has no excuse for.
Pasó lo mismo que yo le dije a él, que uno de nosotros dos nunca íbamos a llegar a un 2 asaltos.
He said that to the first part is that there's no excuse and no reason for him not winning the fight. Obviously, it is what it is. Deontay won the fight, and he knew that one of us was going to get knocked out, and he had said that no one. It's not going 12 rounds, and has the same sentiment for the rematch. It's not going to go 12 rounds.
Deontay, we saw you face some adversity in that first fight in the 7th round. Can you go ahead and
Wilder trying to hold it
explain
together.
to
Yeah, he
us
high as
what
shit.
you learned about yourself in that matchup as you went out and finished the show in grand fashion, as you always do, but what did you learn about yourself in that first fight?
Ray, it wasn't nothing that I really learned about myself. It was something that I was, I had confirmation about, already. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things that you know what you can do. You believe in yourself. You speak it too highly. Like when I tell people that I speak it, I feel it inside of my heart like a flame. I feel it. It's almost like some people like, how you know it's gonna happen? Because I feel it. It's like those feelings like you know something's gonna happen. But I'm just so strong with my intuition myself that I understand it. So when I feel like the feeling is everything. So it wasn't like I was like proving myself. It was like I just needed that moment in time to prove to others. See, for me, it's like proving others wrong. I don't have no doubt in myself. Or I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have made it as far as I made it. I'm 41 over with 40 KOs. I don't even count that draw because I knocked that fool out. He got blessed by the referee.
Talking about Tyson Fury here at Staples Center in December of last year.
With that. I've seen him many, many times. He had favoritism. But everything that I have, I know what I can do. It's just a point in time, and I need the right opponent to prove everything. This man was the boogeyman. He wasn't called the boogeyman for no reason. They didn't want to fight him. They still don't want to do it now. And even when I had to go in this fight, I had to stay very cautious and clear. Look at him. He's in shape. Look at him. I know he's been training. I got peoples in Miami, a lot of them. They tell me how he's been running on the highway and stuff. Months before this, he's taking it very serious, as well as I, and I can't wait. I can feel it. It's going to be a crazy fight.
This is your second rematch that you had. Your first one, you went ahead. The first fight that you had, you went ahead and you defeated Bermane Stavern. You finished him off when you guys had the rematch in unbelievable fashion. Are you looking to do the same against Luis Ortiz to make it a more convincing victory to prove those that may say, well, he got, the blessing of the referee in the 7th round, to make it more definitive?
Nah, the only way people ran away with that narrative is because of Showtime commentary, Paulie Malignaggi. When people do commentary, people that don't understand boxing, that's on the outside looking in, only can hear they so-called experts and stuff. So it can be a narrative painted. Even with the lead up with Fairhood scorecard keeping and stuff, things can be painted in people's minds. So they're like, oh, this must be really is what it is. What's a 2-second, 3-second? That ain't no fucking break. Excuse my language, but I'm passionate. Okay, that's not a break. I don't. When you're a warrior, that's what kind of break is that? That's like taking a deep breath when somebody in their life, he took his last breath. I ain't taking my last breath.
Say, man, what the fuck is he talking about?
So that wasn't no break at all. And we was already warned that would happen if certain things occurred. That had nothing to do with me nor him, if anything. So, but it was painted out there, put it in people's heads. So I want to correct my wrongs into rights, and this is why we're here now.
Luis, what are you doing, if anything? Are you doing anything differently as you prepare for November 23rd against the bronze bomber Deontay Wilder?
I took speech therapy.
Diferente en la preparación para la segunda pelea de que no hiciste en la primera para él.
Yo digo que todo, uno se prepara y cuando llega al ring todo se dificulta, todo cambia. Todo está en la mente. Prepararme más y prepararme más y prepararme más y prepararme más.
He says that we do prepare, and we are planning, for corrections and errors that were made in the first fight, whether they were emotional errors or physical errors, but once you get in the ring, it's all bets are off, and it is what it is, and it's the better man is going to win. But yes, he is preparing. So, for those who think that he's, too old and shouldn't be here, stay tuned November 23rd.
Deontay, you have one of the highest, if not the highest, knockout percentage in boxing right now. How much better do you feel you can get? And how much have you grown since that fight with Luis Ortiz the first time?
I mean, the sky's the limit to my growth. Each and every year I want to be better than I am this year, and that's until the day I die. I always want to know new things. That's why they say you can teach old dog new tricks. At least that's what I feel. You're never too old to learn things. And if I stop learning in this sport, then I don't need to be in it. It becomes, I don't want to be in this sport because my whole point of view is just to make money. I want to make money, and I want to enjoy doing what I love to do. And that's show everybody my craft. So I'm ready. I'm ready to go.
I want some of that pot that he's been.
Y'all seen me many times in my.
What the fuck is going on? Look at him.
I'm the type of fight that you're gonna be on. You gonna sit on the edge of your seat, or you gonna stand up the whole time, because that's what excites me.
He all making eye contact and shit.
I'm gonna bring it. It's no question asked with me. You don't have to guess with D. I'm bringing it. Like I did the first time, I'm gonna bring it the second time. And this time, it's gonna be worse than the first time.
Well, I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, there is nothing more exciting than the heavyweight championship of the world. And we have it November 23rd on Fox Sports pay-per-view. Thank you to the champion, Deontay Wilder. Thank you to the challenger, Luis Ortiz. Miguel Flores, Leo Santa Cruz. We will pose off the fighters. Don't forget, November 23rd, MGM Grand Garden Arena. It is Wilder Ortiz #2 for the heavyweight championship of the world. Thank you so much.
That was a little bizarre, wasn't it? So let's talk, because the main card, well, the undercard for Spence versus Porter is about to start before the pay-per-view card starts. Look at the time up at the top of the screen. So the main pay-per-view card starts at 9. And right now is the PBC on FS1 card, but it's not on right now because it's a delay in the baseball game. But yeah, Wilder was he's a little off. You know, maybe, you know, he just out there partying. By the way, he was an hour plus late to this press conference. He was doing like a media like interviews and everything. Basically, shit has been off. But hey, you know, people are allowed to party. You know, he's the motherfucking, you know, heavyweight champion of the world. And right now, one of the most reliable heavyweight. If not, he is the most reliable heavyweight champion. Crazy, right? I don't know. I had to turn off the FS1 stream. I had to turn off my Fox Sports Go because for some reason now it's starting to freeze. Like, and I don't want my shit freezing up. Oh, that's the. See, for some reason I don't know what's going on, but I keep trying to freeze my shit. Oh, this motherfucker. Oh, let's get Leo Santa Cruz. So he's acknowledged that he knows that everybody's pissed off at him for fucking fighting Miguel Flores for the WBA. What is it? I put the information, the whole press release is down below in the description box. Is he fighting for the WBA Super World title, a belt that shouldn't exist? So basically, let me run it down to you. Alberto Machado, right? I'm going off the top of my head. Machado had beat Jezreel Corrales for the WBA World Champion. Who was WBA Super World Champion at that time? I don't remember. But to move on, Machado got injured. I remember talking to Machado at the fight. I was drunk as shit, by the way. And I got the super flu in New York. And I met Miguel Cotto, fat friend, the weird one. And he gave me like that look. But anyway, moving on. Oh, I got some crazy stories. You know, the one that Miguel Cotto used to sleep with in the bed. Let's just move on. But anyway, so Machado was injured. Machado was injured, and when Tank Davis had got stripped of his IBF title, right? Machado remained the world champion, but Tank Davis was elevated to super world champion. Basically, it's a whole bunch of mumbo jumbo bullshit. The point is that Andrew Concio should right now be elevated to the WBA Super World Champion, but they're going to have Leo Santa Cruz fight Miguel Flores, not order Leo Santa Cruz to fight fucking Andrew Concio. That corrupt. Yo, I swear, like the WBA, they make my blood pressure go up. And I don't even got high blood pressure. But they make my piss boil. So this guy, Leo Santa Cruz, listen, let's go to his first opening statement. He knows. So basically, everybody was getting at him, like before this in the interviews. It's like, so why are you fighting him? And what's going on? And all this old bullshit. Basically, he said, and I'm going to get you a quote. While you listen to this, I'm going to get you a quote. And I want you to listen to this bullshit. So listen.
You know, 4th Division World Champion is, you know.
So he going to talk about how he know people pissed. Like, people pissed, man. So where you at, Leo? You got some splaining to do, man.
A veteran of 16 world title appearances. He's the 3-division world champion and the current WBA Featherweight Champion of the world, El Terremoto, Leo Santa Cruz.
Thank you. Hello to everyone. You know, I'm very happy. I'm excited to be here, to be given this opportunity to be able to become a 4th Division world champion. My goal when I began boxing was just to become a world champion. And now I've been able to do it 3 times. And now being able to try to do it for 4th time is going to, you know, a bigger dream. I'm happy, you know. I want to thank the WBA. I want to thank my manager, Al Heyman, Fox, you know, everybody, all the people, all the fans that guided me to this place. And, you know, like Miguel Flores said, yeah, there is people that are mad, that are upset because they think he's not a worthy opponent. But, you know, Miguel Flores.
It's not that. It's not that. Don't try to blame it on Miguel Flores. Here is what. Okay, so let's go right over here and let's zoom in. Read this right here. Read this shit. So Lance Pugmire used to be with the LA Times, now with the Athletic, right over there with Mike Kopinger. Leo Santa Cruz says he knows he'll take the heat for getting Miguel Flores in the secondary WBA belt at 130. What secondary? Is it the Super World or the World? Has that been confirmed? At 130, but he views it like an employee showing up to work and doing what his boss wants. So look at it like this. Leo Santa Cruz, from my understanding, is basically saying, look, I know I'm going to get heat, and I'll take the heat for fighting Miguel Flores, but Al Heyman said this is who you're going to fight. He views it like an employee showing up for work and doing what his boss wants. He said he appreciates easing into the division and readying for Tank Davis or Valdez. And if you did not know, Leo Santa Cruz is like Al Heyman's son. Up there with Mayweather, Andre Berto, Paul Williams. Like, very close. In fact, Leo Santa Cruz's son is named after Al Heyman. Leo Santa Al some shit. Cruz. Leo Santa Al Cruz. Heyman. Cruzman. Some shit. So, remember that point in time where he was getting all those sparring partners and shit? He was literally fighting sparring partners as co-features on the undercard of fucking Mayweather fights. Remember he was getting all those cans? That's because Al Heyman love him. He like, I ain't gonna never see you get hurt. You my boy, son. So it's like, yo, bro, like that shit. And it's like, you know, Heyman been doing really, really good. And now he's going back into his old ways with this bullshit. Like, for example, I understand, you know, the business and the politics behind why he put together fucking Erislandy Lar versus Ramon Alvarez, Canelo's balding brother with that fucking Eddie Munster widow peak. I wanted him to get knocked out that ring so bad. People were pissed, like, who do you think you are? Always hating on Mexican boxers. I'm fucking half Mexican. Shit. We got a long night, by the way. We're going to be here for another 14 minutes. So we got a long night. Let me tell you what we're doing before we jump back into shit. We're going to go look at some rankings. We are going to be going live with highlights, something that has never been done in the history of boxing, on multiple platforms at the final bell of Spence Porter. They might try to shut me the fuck down. Do I care? No, you got to take risk out here in life. You got to take risk. So, we're going to be your hookup. Because you know why? Because what we're doing is legal. It's by the book. And every now and then, somebody's got to take a stand, you know? So, we're going to be here for a post-fight live show with full, genuine reactions. Like, we're going to be here live. Like, my goal is, okay, I'm kind of bitching a little bit because I do want to, like, stay to the routine and do my little 15, 20-minute video and then go directly live after that. But I'm thinking, I've never done it before. Like, I'll be right here in my little command center. If y'all haven't seen it, I post some pictures of it online before. I'll sit my ass right here. And as soon as that motherfucking final bell ring, I'm going to click go live. Bing, ding, 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 ding. We're just going to ride out, you know? We're just going to ride out. And then we're going to do a stream, and then we're going to end and start another stream for the post-fight press conference. So, yeah, I'm planning on owning YouTube tonight in regards to boxing. It's been a good 10 months since I've done a post-fight stream at night. So, moving on. Wilder versus Ortiz. So, it seems as though it's fully official. You know, that Fox and look at this other tweet from Lance Pugmire. He putting some good work in over there. Look at this shit right here. We got to find out who this man is because I think this man is Fox's Steven Espinoza. So read this. Tell me what you think of this. Tell me what you think of this. Let me zoom in some. William Wagner of Fox says, experiencing a partnership with ESPN for Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder in February. Should Wilder win November the 23rd, will help lay the path for another joint venture for Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford in early 2021. So I'm thinking this guy is some type of corporate fat cat upper brass with Fox, is the one who, you know, like approves the fights. Hey, bro, if you're not, you know, so TstreeT's definitely a risk taker. But the issue I have with this is that Spence versus Crawford in 2021. Now, my theory is this, and I have many theories. Some of them may be a little crackpot, but for the most part, when this whole first new PBC on Fox new deal was official, November of they had the press conference November of last year. I don't think that Al Heyman was allowed to lend any of his fighters out for any reason. Because it's a new contract with a new network. You can't have your fighters going, and that's why Showtime had to lose out a little bit, in my opinion. But it's like not getting Spence versus Crawford in 2020. It's like, what the fuck? But guess what? Eventually, Errol Spence is going to run into his Iglitis Kavalauskas, unless he moves to 154. Because his mandatory, the number one, maybe not as mandatory, the number one at 147 pounds by the IBF. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he's fighting October the 18th here in Philly, and I'm going to be watching him very closely. So, it's already been confirmed, by the way. I put the information down below. Wilder versus Ortiz is pay-per-view November the 23rd in the MGM Grand in Vegas, with Leo Santa Cruz and Miguel Flores as the co-feature. And I can understand why Al Heyman did that, because for one, as I said, Leo Santa Cruz is Al Heyman's son, and also Deontay Wilder is owed a lot of money, technically, by Al Heyman, because he was told to turn down that fucking $150 million or $100 million. $100 million for 3 fights. So the most significant amount of money from what's ever going to be generated is going to go to Wilder. Like, they have a lot of promises to keep to Wilder for turning down all that money. And especially since Joshua got knocked out and he could have been the one to likely do it. And that's facts. So when it comes to this pay-per-view, Wilder can't fight on free TV no more. No, they got to generate fucking money to make Wilder happy for turning down that guaranteed money. And the zone is not giving out or offering no more money like that ever again. That shit is done. The well didn't run dry, but they say, all right, turn that faucet. Nope. It didn't run dry, though. A lot of people want to say dumbass shit. The zone is broke. Motherfuckers be weird. That's why, I've gotten so sick and tired of, like, boxing media. Like, the motherfuckers, they weird. Like, people just be saying anything with no research. Or they just hold, like, I don't have any network biases, as you can see. I cover all that shit. But, yeah, Wilder versus Ortiz, too. They got the heavyweight. They got Deontay Wilder. Wilder versus Ortiz, too. On pay-per-view, I'm saying, man, let's see how Spence versus Porter does. Because on paper, Spence versus Porter is a better fight than Wilder versus Ortiz, too. However, Ortiz has a better chance of beating Wilder, in my opinion, than Sean Porter does. Errol Spence, should I have said that? Should I have said that? But Wilder has improved every fight, so he might get Luis Ortiz the fuck out of there. And Luis Ortiz ain't getting no younger, if anybody knows how old he really is. I put my bet on fucking 54. Now, Showtime's not finished. It's just that they have to get what scraps that or bones that Al Heyman throws. And PBC on Fox gets first dibs. They offer more money than Showtime. And about these twisted narratives of here's the narrative I've been seeing. Wilder versus Ortiz 2 is so trash that Showtime turned it down. No, they couldn't match. They couldn't, like, Wilder is owed a lot of money. They already overpaid for him to fight Brazil. Showtime couldn't match that. Fox has the money. Well, Showtime pretty much done, but they're not done. I can't say they pretty much, but they're not done. Like, the problem that Showtime has run into is that all those fighters, remember, these guys are not young anymore. Even Errol Spence is kicking 30 door down. These guys are not young. They've matured. The Keith Thurmans, even the Adrian Browners, they've all matured. They've all moved on to what Al Heyman has said he wanted them to, or he wanted them to be, pay-per-view guys. The only one, one of the main Al Heyman guys that hasn't really got his pay-per-view shot is Danny Garcia. He hasn't got his yet. Those guys, they're not free. Al Heyman built them to not be regular Showtime guys, because these guys commanded $2 million a purse now. Plus. And then you got to think, if they're commanding that, how much can an opponent make? It's only but so much you can make on network television. It's only but so much you can make. You have a better chance of generating more revenue via sponsors on free TV than you would, from a subscription network that has a budget. Danny Garcia versus Luis Collazo ain't no pay-per-view. It can happen, though. Danny Garcia is the only one out of the main guys to not get his pay-per-view. Keith Thurman got it. Errol Spence got 2. Adrian Broner got 1. Mikey Garcia got 1, but he wasn't a long-term Heyman guy. Deontay Wilder. Luis Ortiz getting 1. Danny didn't speak. You gotta speak some Spanish, man. Danny versus Bud can be pay-per-view, but Al Heyman won't allow that. Danny won't do it. That's the perfect fight. They fought on the fucking same night, for crying out loud. That's the perfect fight to fight. Joey Spencer fight about to start. In fact, it's been 45 minutes. So yeah, it's a good time to end this stream. So remember, I'm gonna be here all night. TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. This will likely be the topic of Monday's show. So Mondays, I'm beginning. It's beginning. We're gonna be here every Monday. I'm honestly thinking about going to nighttime, really, like doing something like Monday nights. When nobody's streaming. But we'll talk about that. TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com. See you guys after the fights. Please subscribe. Forgot I got a dog. He scared the shit out of me.
He's a tough fighter. I don't underestimate him. Like I said before, I know it was gonna be a hard fight in the first fight when we were gonna fight, but he hurt